Isn't she lovely? Isn't she cheesy full? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Marie Daphne here, and also welcome back to my Thanksgiving series where I show you guys how to make an entire Thanksgiving meals, all the components, turkey sides, all that good stuff. So in this video, we are going to be making our mac and cheese. Now, disclaimer, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there now, first and foremost, okay? I am going to be using a Barilla Protein plus elbow noodles for my mac and cheese. Again, so I already knew y'all might come for me. I stood at the grocery store debating between this and the regular noodles for so long, and I just went with the protein pasta because y'all already know what kind of page this is. If we can get a little more protein, if we can make it a little nutrient dense, you know, we love to do that. So if you're currently staring at your screen and looking at me crazy, that's fine, that's fine. When you go to the grocery store, go ahead and get the regular elbow pasta, but as for me, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Protein Plus elbows, and I'm actually going to see if my family notices. I'm gonna bring them some mac and cheese and see if they even notice or can tell the difference, because I doubt it. I feel like this pasta is really good. I've tried a lot of like healthier pastas, whole wheat, chickpea, all that good stuff, and the Protein Plus, I feel like is really that girl in terms of really doing a good job at replicating just like regular pasta, so you can't really tell the difference, but you know, adding more nutrients to it or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do again. And also, I'm gonna just tell y'all now, I'm using oat milk as well, okay? I might use a little carnation milk too, but I'm using oat milk. Again, feel free to use regular milk. Don't come for me, y'all. Feel free to use a regular milk if you have it. I think I'm gonna do a combination of oat and carnation milk. At home, especially like the Haitian mac and cheese or whatever, we use carnation milk. And again, like, I'm not saying this is like a classic recipe by any means. This is my version. I'm gonna show you guys how I make it. If you would like to make it differently, please feel free to do so. There's lots of different ways to make mac and cheese. I know people are gonna be like, oh, it's not authentic, oh, it's not mac and cheese, whatever, okay? Do you, and I'm gonna do me, but this is one way and one version to make it. Everyone loves my mac and cheese, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We got some sharp cheddar and also some Velveeta slices for our cheese. So it's going to be banging. So let's go ahead and start boiling our protein or regular noodles if you got the regular. And let's get to work on our mac and cheese. Alright guys, so we have all of our ingredients out here. It's really not even that much stuff. We have our protein pasta. Again, you can use regular noodles if you want. Our sharp cheddar, Velveeta, butter, salt, pepper, and we're using oat milk. I thought I had some carnation milk, but it turns out it's expired. So we're gonna work with what we have, but again, if you want to use a different type of milk, feel free to do so. Okay, so I have my water boiling here, so we're just gonna pop our noodles in here and some salt. All right, we're gonna go ahead. I just put the whole box. Gonna add some salt. I only have a little bit of salt right now, so I'm gonna save it for afterwards, but you should salt your noodles heavily. I need to get some more salt. And I'm also just gonna add in a little bit of olive oil just to help the noodles not stick. And then we're gonna mix it. So the process is pretty much the same regardless of what noodles or milk you use. It's still the same steps. All right, so just go ahead and give that a stir and let the noodles boil and cook. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get started on our cheese sauce. Okay, so while our pasta boils, I'm gonna go ahead and start opening up our slices of Velveeta and just prepping those so that it is ready to go once we start working on that sauce. So just open them up. on Thanksgiving Day, I like to give this task to my little siblings to do. It's a fun activity for the kids. Like if you have kids or anything, have them open up the cheese. They be eating it while they open it, but it's fun for them. I don't know why kids just like cheese so much. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and open up the rest of these and just set them down just so that everything is ready to go for the sauce. All right, so let's get started on our cheese sauce. To our pot, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to help that butter not melt and burn. I mean, not burn. We want it to melt, we don't want it to burn. And then I'm gonna put like this much butter. What is this? I don't know, maybe about like half a stick or so. And let that melt down. Let that melt real nice, real nice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just let the rest of our butter melt down. It seems hotter over here, so I'm gonna move it over here and just let that melt down all the way. Okay, it's been a few minutes and our pasta's actually already looking pretty good. I just tasted one. It tastes really good. Like you can't even tell that this is not regular pasta. I feel like it has a little bit more of a crunch, but it is still a little more al dente. But honestly, I think this is gonna be great mac and cheese. I already recommend the protein pasta because I think it's gonna be really good. Yeah, I'm over here tasting them now. It's really good. Like what a great way to sneak some like extra protein and nutrients into one of everybody's one of everybody's favorite foods. Yeah. One of everyone's favorite foods. Okay, so I'm not gonna even leave this on too much longer. I'm about to turn it off and drain this and finish up my cheese sauce. Alrighty, now that that butter is fully melted, we're gonna go ahead and season it. So we're gonna add a little bit of salt and some fresh black pepper. And then we're gonna go in with our oat milk. Again, don't come for me. It's gonna work just fine. Plus the oat milk turned out so well in the rolls. So if y'all haven't seen that video, make sure to go watch the rolls. They turned out so good. So don't sleep on the oat milk. Use most of my jar because we have a lot. I might actually have to steal a carnation from my mom today because now I'm running out of my oat milk. And I still have to do the mashed potatoes. I shouldn't need too much for that though. I should be able to make it work. I'm not gonna make a lot. Okay, so we are going to let this start to warm up and come to a simmer as we start to add in our cheese. Okay, I drained my noodles and they already had some olive oil in them, so I don't think they should stick too much. But if it needs to, I'll add just a little bit of butter to the noodles so they don't stick, but this is what we're working with. They look good, don't they? Like, I feel like if I didn't tell y'all, y'all wouldn't even know it was a protein pasta. All right, now that our milk has started to warm up, we're gonna go ahead and start adding in our cheese. Just one slice at a time. And start making our little sauce. And I am gonna go ahead in with some salt right now because we didn't add much to the noodles. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on adding in our cheese. We're also gonna hit it with some of that sharp cheddar. More of that sharp cheddar. Don't be shy with the cheese, don't be shy. And then we're gonna start mixing all of that in and have it start melting down. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep on adding more cheese. And this is basically the entire process. Now we're basically just gonna keep on adding in cheese and stirring and thickening up the cheese sauce. And then once it gets to a nice consistency, we will put it in our noodles and go from there. And then we're gonna add even more cheese to make it like very cheesy and stringy and whatnot. I feel like this sauce isn't gonna turn out as thick as I would like, but it's gonna work out fine. I didn't add, as y'all can see, I didn't add any thickener, like I didn't add any like flour or anything like that to my roux. You can. I've made mac and cheese a whole bunch of different ways. I've done the flour roux. I've done it where you temper the egg in with the ground mustard. So there's all types of ways to make mac and cheese, but I do love a classic cheese sauce as well. But yeah, it is looking a little thin, but it definitely will thicken up. And like I said, I do want to reserve a lot of that cheese to put like in between the layers. So I think it's gonna work out perfectly. So just go ahead and keep stirring and keep cheesing. All right, while that cheese sauce thickens up, let's go ahead and prepare our baking dish. I'm just gonna go ahead and butter it up. Just some regular unsalted butter. Get all the little crevices and all of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna do another one, a smaller dish as well, because I don't think it's all gonna fit in that bigger one. And then same thing, just butter it up real good. Alrighty, let's check on our sauce. It's coming to a nice simmer. It's starting to thicken up. Ideally, it is a little watery. I would like it a little thicker. And if I had more extra cheese, I would add it, but I don't. But this will work just fine for now because the pasta noodles will thicken it up since I didn't use any thickener. And like I said, I want to reserve a lot of that cheese to put like in between the layers. So I think this will work out just fine. I tasted it. It's nice and cheesy, delicious. And so we're gonna add this to our noodles and then start assembling. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pour in all of our cheese sauce directly into our noodles. Ooh. Yeah, I probably could have saved a little bit of my oat milk, but it's all right. We want it very saucy. Don't be stingy on the cheese sauce either, because we definitely don't want a dry macaroni. Okay, and I had saved some of my noodles. I think I can add some more in. I might do like a protein pasta salad with the rest. Okay. And like I said, the sauce is gonna thicken up, and also we want to leave a little residual liquid for that extra cheese to sort of like cling to. Okay, so let's start assembling. We're going to start with a first layer of that mac and cheese. Again, trust the process, just the process. I know it looks watery right now, but trust the process. It sounds good though. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but it just sounds good. Okay, so now we're gonna put in our first additional layer in between. Oh, y'all just trust me. And then we're going to keep adding our noodles and our cheese sauce. Cover that up. We're gonna add another additional layer of cheese. And I am also going to put in one of these Velveeta slices. I'm just gonna sort of rip apart and throw in there right in the middle as well. Let that bacon melt and get those like ooey gooey cheesy bites. Gonna be so good. Okay, and then we're gonna add in our top layer of our noodles. And make sure you leave a little bit of space if you can on the sides for everything to sort of like bake and start like boiling over, because again, it's not a dry mac and cheese, okay? Alrighty, looking good, looking good. And now we are going to put in our final layer of cheese to top it. That is about it, ladies and gentlemen. I like to top this with a little parsley, make it nice and cute. And we have our oven preheating at 350, so we are about to go ahead and throw that in. So on top, I'm just gonna do some fresh cracked black pepper and a little bit of parsley flakes. Gonna go ahead and clean up the edge here a little bit. And here she is in all her beauty. Tell me that doesn't look good already, guys, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven at 350 until the top is nice. Actually, I think I'm gonna increase it to 375 until the top is like nice and brown. All right, guys, so I ended up making 2 trays, and I recommend putting them on foil, especially if you're not sure if they'll like spill over if you like pack it to the brim. And we are gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven. I have it preheated to 375, and we're just gonna go until there's a nice little broil and the cheese is nice and melty. Alrighty, in we go. Check back in a few. All right, guys, so it's been about 35 minutes at 375, I mean. Okay, look at her. She's bubbling. She has a nice cheesy crust. I'm about to go ahead and pull her out. Okay, guys, this is how she's looking. Oh my goodness, they look so good. They smell so good. They just sort of stop bubbling. We're gonna let it rest for a while before we dig in. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Like, super easy, super simple, super delicious. Y'all saw not even too many ingredients. She's giving cheesy. My mac and cheese is always a hit, so definitely just trust me, just trust the process. And you can even prepare this in advance if you want to do it like the night before Thanksgiving and just pop it in the oven before dinner, whatever you want to do, but make sure you give it enough time to cool down before you serve it. And that is it, guys. OMG. All right, y'all, so I cut into a little bit of it. Obviously, I should let cool down a little bit first, and you should, but it's looking really good, really cheesy. Once you let it sort of solidify, it'll be like more of the like blocky mac and cheese. It's still really hot right now, but I love the way it turned out. Look at our final product. We have a nice little cheese crust on the top. It's nice and cheesy and gooey and delicious. I hope you guys and your families enjoy. Oh, and by the way, real quick, guys, I've already tore up this little plate right here, and I can indeed confirm you'd never know this was protein pasta if I didn't tell you. So highly recommend trying that out, because I would never know. So good. All right, y'all, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed making mac and cheese with me. I can't wait to see how your mac and cheese turns out on Thanksgiving. Again, this is one of many ways to make it, but just to give you an idea of what you can do. And also, you know, I didn't plan on this being a, okay, this is how you can make it a little healthier sort of thing, but also, you know, if you want, go ahead and throw those protein noodles in. As y'all can see, mine turned out really good. So if y'all want to throw those in, you know, it's definitely something to think about. But again, if you are using the regular elbow, you know, that's your business. But all right, guys, make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the series. Check out the other videos. I'm showing you guys how to make the rolls, the green beans, the turkey itself. We also have mashed potatoes, gravy, all that good stuff. So make sure you catch all of the videos in my Thanksgiving series, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.